hooked up with Doze, ran into Doze. He was living in the same building as me. He lived on the 3rd floor, I lived on the 2nd floor. And, you know, a few other buddies that I have from 96 in Amsterdam. Andy, which is Baby Love's brother. We have Puerto Rican Chick, Dino Rock, and White Chick, and a lot of other brothers that was down with YCB, which is Young City Boys. That's the crew I started when I hooked up with Doze. You know, writing graphs and stuff like that. We started doing DJing. We started DJing and MCing. And, you know, we started eventually bringing our equipment out. Doze had went up to the Bronx and with his cousin Slimmy D, and they was going to jams, and Doze came back down and he was like, yo, you know, these kids are doing this breaking stuff, this b-boy stuff in the Bronx. And he showed me a little shuffle, and I was like, yo, that's fat, you know what I'm saying, I want to try it. I tried it. And, you know, I did a few moves, and he thought I was doing it already, but I had just tried it from seeing him. And basically, that's the jump that I got on it. I started, you know, getting more interested in finding out more about it. So, you know, started bugging out with simple foundation shuffles and regular footwork and small freezes, because that's basically what was happening back then. Small baby freezes, it wasn't that much. That's the first stuff I saw. My boy Dante, he also was an influence, because he had been living in the east side of 1st Avenue, 91st Street, and he had been going around his neighborhood and seeing kids doing it also. You know, so I seen him one day. I was walking with him in front of a record shop. He did a spin, top spin, and a split. And he got up, and I was like, this before I started, I was like, yo, man. In my mind, I was like, what's wrong with you, man? You're just jumping on the floor, people looking at you, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of like embarrassed a little bit, but the thing that intrigued me was the way that he didn't care what people thought. He just did what he felt when the beats was on. When the music played, he just reacted, and that was fat. So it was another inspiration of mine. I started the YCB crew, Young City Boys crew, and we started going to battles, and we started battling. As I was doing that, I met Frosty Freeze, and Frosty Freeze's cousin Ty Fly was down with Young City Boys, and Frosty Freeze was like the most popular breaker that I knew in my neighborhood. He was real popular. He was good. He had the real flavor, which was a lot of character. You know, his character stood out more than his actual dance. He just had a good attitude when he danced. So Frosty was funny, and he was a crowd pleaser. Everybody liked him. He was like down with us in a sense. He never wore rock Young City Boy colors, but he was down with us because, you know, we was all. I had a little squad, and he liked the, you know, the energy we had. He ran into Legs. You know what I'm saying? He told Legs about me, boom, and then I battled Legs, and that's how I got down rock steady. From that point on, I mean, I was inspired by some of the people that I saw were coming down from the Bronx, like Spy, Track, Little Lep was an inspiration, you know, Easy Mike, definitely Spider-Man, JoJo, Jimmy D, you know, these brothers, Jimmy Lee, these brothers came down, and I learned a lot about, you know, the flavor, you know what I'm saying, how it gotta be. I looked at them and I said, these brothers are characters. And, you know, so in the beginning, I was fortunate to be around some top pioneers like they were, because they were pioneers of the underground, real raw breaking, you know, before it even came exposed to cameras in Hollywood. So, you know, I was like, in a sense, too, part of that, but a couple years after I started, we started getting involved with, you know, the whole commercialism and the whole exploitation and exposure of b-boying as part of hip-hop, because hip-hop was also booming in itself. So, you know, that's basically what happened. My style and my technique is exactly what it is. It's my style. A lot of times, when I first started, I saw brothers like Grego from the Executioners. He's from the east side. And I saw him break in an outdoor street, park jam. And I was amazed at what I saw. And I wanted to be like and look like exactly like what he did. I was like, that's the way I need to look. And as much as I tried to look like him, I couldn't, because I'm myself. I mean, I tried to, but I just looked at myself and I was like, I can't even do it like him. So basically, I